Hey guys, welcome to the sideboard here at the SCG Columbus Open. I'm Ken Crocker here with Andy Ferguson, top 8 competitor last week with Odds On Company. This week, we go a little Bant route.
Yeah, we decided to switch it up a little bit.
So, switch it up for the sake of switching it up, or switching it up because we've decided that,
We
there's
have
some
some
blue
reasons.
cards.
Yeah. So I guess the biggest thing last week, a lot of my problems were with. Granted, I lost a ramp in the top 8, but in the Swiss.
Yeah, Eldrazi will do that.
Yeah.
So.
In the Swiss, I lost to dragons.
Okay.
And that's basically it.
Yeah, the red-black dragons
and Jerry. Dragons and Jerry.
Dragons and Jerry.
Yeah. So I didn't like how the Abzan company deck is very powerful.
Sure.
It can deal a lot of damage really quickly, but there's only your 4 Dramoka's command and 2 Abzan charm for any interaction whatsoever, and the rest of it's just put fatties out there and try to attack.
You just put guys on the board and try to go from there.
So I was thinking, what colors can offer me more interaction in the form of creatures, and that lands us with Bant.
That lands us on blue.
Yep. Reflector Mage is just insane. I found it out last week. Every time it was played against me, I felt really, really bad. So I wanted to try to do that to other people.
In the rally deck that also plays Collected Company as well, so they definitely use Reflector Mage. I mean, it was week 1, it's been slotted in.
It's a disgustingly good tempo card. I mean, back in the day, Mana War was so good, right?
Yeah.
And now they just made it like
better Mana War.
Infinitely better. It's so good. So that's where we're at. Plus, once we get to blue, we get to do some other cool things like Jace.
I've heard Jace is pretty
He
good.
goes pretty well with
He's
company.
okay.
Yeah, there's other decks in the format that maybe use him with company and to good effect.
Maybe some 4-color decks.
Yeah. He also
terrorizing
goes
the format.
extremely well with Ojutai's command. When you've got these kind of powerful 2-drops, you get it. Bring them back.
That is really interesting. So with this deck, you added some Ojutai's commands, so you get to play this kind of game with your opponent where you pass the turn with 4 mana up. Most people at this point are just expecting Collected Company because Ojutai's command just doesn't see a lot of play anymore. So you get to play this kind of weird mind trick with your opponent where they'll think, oh, well, I'll cast my Culligan or my Siege Rhino or whatever, and sure, he'll collect a company, but I'll be way ahead.
Yep.
And you're just like, Ojutai's command you, get back my Sylvan Advocate, that's now huge.
Yeah, untap, swing for $1 million.
And then collect a company in the next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're fine.
Oh, it's great, yeah. Ojutai's command's actually been really good. I was kind of skeptical of it at first. I only have the 2 copies, but every time I've gotten to cast it, it's just felt really strong. Mostly because people don't know it's coming.
Sure, it definitely plays that game. So you also have, this is the 3rd Collected Company. We've done the deck type we've done.
I saw those, yeah.
And for some reason, I keep seeing Bounding Carassus. Now, you guys know this isn't modern.
No,
right?
it's not modern.
It's not modern. You can't play Splinter Twin anymore.
He looks really kind of bad, to be honest. However, he's another flash threat that you can hold up.
Okay.
He also, on 3, is a flash threat you can hold up. So you can look like, on 3, that you're going to just do nothing. You're like, oh, I missed my 3rd turn. And so they attack with a Soulfire Grandmaster or something into an open board, and you put him in and just get him. And that's great. Also, he is interaction in the form of a creature. Not as good as Reflector Mage, obviously, but say turn 4, they tap out to play Gideon. You can Crassus, tap down their dude that's blocking, and then attack with him and whatever other creature you have on the board. If you company, get into 2 guys, tap down the dude, attack to Gideon.
Imagine if they just printed Reflector Mage with Flash.
Yeah,
and then you would just have the Bounding Carassus.
Also, the 3/3 body isn't all that bad.
Sure.
It's no Anafenza. It's no Savage Knuckleblade. However,
I mean, few things are a Savage Knuckleblade.
However, it is a 3/3. So.
Fair enough. And then you obviously have the same kind of suite you had last week, where you have your Sylvan Advocate, Den Protector, Deathness Raptor, Warden, and you still have some Dramoka's commands. Still have that interaction.
Dramoka's command is great.
Yeah.
I can't agree with anyone who says they don't like the card in the deck. Your removal spells, you have very few removal spells in the deck because you need creatures, and you want your removal spells to do the most they can possibly do. And Dramoka's command for 2 mana does just about as much as any other spell in the format.
Fair enough.
So you just want to maximize your slots as much as possible.
Especially with the Jace now, you get to play
with the
more
Jace,
copies of your removal spells.
With Den Protector, it costing 2 mana helps a lot. So you can have big turns where you flash or where you morph Den Protector, get back Dramoka's command, do a bunch of fighting. It's great with Deathness Raptor. It's great against Silk Wrap, which is kind of a problem for Deathness Raptor.
Yeah.
And for
And you were talking about that last week you lost a lot to the Red Black Dragons deck, which is actually the second No, the third most popular deck being played this week.
I figured it would be.
So it seems like
it just
you made
seemed
a good
really
metagame
good to me
choice.
last week, and I think it's good against Rally. It can do a ton of burst damage out of nowhere, flying burst damage.
Sure.
Which is just really good. So I figured more people might be on that. So I wanted
So let's
cards,
bounce their stuff. And
cards like
tempo
Mage
them
and
out.
like even Krasis. If you dash a Kolaghan in, spend your whole turn doing that, thinking you're just going to kill him, and then flash in Krasis and tap it down.
Tap it down.
Goes
Fair
right
enough.
back to their hand,
Yeah.
and you just time walk them.
Yeah,
And you
that's
have a
true.
3/3.
And you have a 3/3
Yeah.
that if you had a Splinter
Yeah.
Twin, you could win with.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's very true.
So, obviously, changing colors requires changing mana bases.
Yeah.
There's not as many pain lands because you're not playing.
Yeah, we can't. You
you're
can't.
Not playing Meta
It's hard to do
Reshaper.
the pain lands in Bant
Sure.
because you've only got the Yavimaya Coast as one in your colors. You could try to just throw in some white or green or blue pain lands that are off color. But I don't think it's worth warping your mana base that much to play Mana Reshaper.
So instead, we have Lumbering Falls.
We have Lumbering Falls.
So
yes.
Lumbering Falls versus Shambling Vent.
Well, so first of all, the Abzan deck had 6 lands because the enemy colors.
'Cause you had the Hissing Quagmire
you had the
as
Hissing
well.
Quagmire, so
Yeah.
it's kind of sad to go down to 4. And also, Shambling Vents are just way better, I think.
It's a 2/3.
Yeah,
But
the lifelink is extremely
Way
relevant in
relevant.
a lot of matchups. Plus, it only costs 3 to activate, so you can like turn 6, play Advocate, and then have it out there and have 4 lifelink damage
Sure.
out of nowhere that they didn't see coming. Whereas Lumbering Falls, you need turn 7. It's a lot harder to do.
yeah, it does.
It does hit a little harder, and they can't kill it, which actually goes really well with Dromoka's command. You can't kill them
Very
in
true.
response and get
Yeah,
blown
the
out.
Sylvan Advocate maybe not nearly as good as last week's version
The
because of the
card's still insane, though.
because of less creature lands, but still.
No, it's still an advocate. It wouldn't
It's still
even
Tarmogoyf.
really need. Yeah, it wouldn't need the clause, the land clause on there. To be honest, just a 2-mana 4/5 in the late game that you can get back from your graveyard that you can get with Coco is just so good.
Well, Andy, once again, with a collected company strategy, you're well on your way to a top 8 bid.
Hopefully,
So, best of luck for you
Oh,
with the
thanks.
rest of the rounds. Thanks for taking the time to decide
Appreciate
from the
it, yeah.
sideboard. Appreciate it. You guys stay tuned for more standard and apparently collected company action here at SCG Columbus.